Good afternoon and welcome back. Another episode of the Kerbal space program, building a mobile space station. Anything left to go up is the rover. Now, I have a saved file of the original rover. And there it is. Now, the issue that I had was that these were supposed to be on docking ports. I realised by the way that I had constructed it, they weren't going to release. So I had to dump the rover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resave this so that I can drive it around and show you. I have already, of course, driven it around, so I know it's going to work. Now you can see there's a separator, so we're going to get rid of the rocket, and then let's get rid of this. Now what was it I put on top? Oh, it was just the battery. Right, that's fine. So basically it's a standard lander module at the bottom, big one. 2 RCS tanks with RCS quads on each side and at the front, and 2 outboard jet engines for landing. So let's save that and go drive it around. Hopefully it'll be daylight. And it's not. Oh dear. It would have to not be daylight, wouldn't it? Oh well, we'll have to keep an eye on our power. Oops, that's forwards. I'm going to go backwards so we can come off the ramp. And she does indeed drive around quite nicely. Oh! 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 Well, that was spectacular. Anything else want to blow up? Okay, let's do this again. Revert. Back to launch. Let's try that again. And we also need to change the view as well. Come on. Oh yay! Of course, because the orientation is wrong. Auto, really? Right, there we go. And we reverse up. Mind the pole. head out towards the runway, and then we'll head down the runway towards the sea. Simply because there's a jump at the end of the runway. Okay, perhaps maybe the jump was a bad idea. It's supposed to be at the end of the runway, and that's only a small one leading up onto the runway. Structural failure on linkage between thruster block and modular girder segment. Interesting. Is it catching the nose on the ground? Now those wheels are the high-speed wheels, but I wouldn't have thought it caught. Maybe it's possible. According to that log, there's a failure here that started it. Perhaps, maybe. Let's have a look at these wheels. Maximum speed, 300 meters per second. Which would raise us up off the ground, but these things generally are not that tough. Powered. Now let's try running it again, this time not quite so quick. So also don't forget, this rover is not really designed for running around Kerbal. Mainly designed for its moons and whatnot. That's the point, I actually have lights on this thing. I think that's the end of the runway over there. Ooh, brake, 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 brake. 23 meters per second. That is indeed the end of the runway. Oh, what's going on here? Crap. That looks solid. Whatever the hell it is. Oh, it is. It's a raised bit. Ah, bugger. Again. Well, anyway, we know it drives around. Now what we need to make sure, is that it does fly. Yeah. And we do indeed have SAS on this. Plenty of thrust there for landing. Come back down again. The thing is, it chews through the fuel rather quickly. Oops. Well, it survived that impact. It kind of survived that one. Is it still drivable? No. Again, it's not really designed for being on Kerbal, so we should have enough fuel to drive around the Mun, and there should be enough structure there to survive. I did test the original one in daylight, and there's plenty of solar panels to be able to drive at full speed constantly. So excuse me, I'm eating a rather gorgeous Christmas cake, or piece of, I should say. So, let's go back to the BAB. So we're going to load the rover rocket and then make a few adjustments to the rover itself. Now this gets up there, I already know it does. It's rather excessive, but it seems to do the job. Right, now, let's get rid of that. What we want to do is stick a ducking port on the top, like this. Now for some reason there's no actual snapping to the centre, which is really quite annoying. So we'll just use the Mark 1 eyeball And so that's the docking port for the station. We've got RCS on the unit itself. I'm thinking it may be a good idea to put some RCS around here as well. Don't remember there being a problem with RCS, but 8? No. Did I select 8? There we go. And I know just where that can dock to as well. So, we'll save that and we'll go for a launch. So again, it's night time. Our target is there. A little bit too far away for my liking. So let's bring it in a touch closer. Yeah, right about there will do. Which means it should be almost daybreak. Lovely. Now when this thing goes off, if memory serves, it's quite a roar. So let's throttle up and let's play ball. Yeah, turn the volume down a bit. There we go. That Christmas cake was gorgeous. Whoa, 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 whoa. Throttle down the centre section. Did I bring extra RCS? No, I didn't. Oh well. And that just leaves us with a giant fuel tank. Now, how are we doing on our orbit? If I remember rightly, this was enough to get us up there. But I can't remember whether that was with the fuel tank or without it. The orange fuel tank, by the way. Very stable. Not even activated the RCS yet. We may have launched too early before the station. That could be interesting. Excuse me. Well, unfortunately launched in the dark. I would have thought the sun would have come up by now. Oh well. Switch to orbital view. Just a touch more. Yeah, I thought I would be ahead. Bugger. You can never tell with these rockets. Each one is different. Very different. And this one's got quite a high rate of acceleration. And that results in us being early. Which is kind of annoying. Right, okay, so to slow down, we need to raise our apogee past that of the station. .10 kilometres ought to do it. And then we'll circularise and hopefully slow down enough and allow the station to catch up with us. Fuel. Not brilliant. What I need to make sure of that's them. I think that was the fuel tank, yeah. Make sure it doesn't burn through that fuel. Because once the orange tank is gone, I plan to dump the orange tank if necessary and just use the rover's main engines to finish the job, or at least hopefully get us close enough to the station that I can take over with RCS. So we're going to do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left and then a step to the right. Right, now we need to circularise. So we've circularised a little bit. We are still running way ahead. That's okay. Just go and increase our orbit a bit more. A little bit like that. Now you can tell straight away 121 kilometres. You know what? That's pretty darn close. I'm still ahead, but I think I can sort that out. So, we do the time warp again. Oh, and the pigging thing's changed already. What the hell is it doing over here? 1, 2, 1. Now the first thing I noticed is our perigee's a touch low on this side. And that does give me an idea on how to intercept with the station. Right. Take out time warp over there. Now what's the distance over here? That's even closer, so you know what? We're gonna come round to here. What's the difference over there? 12. You know what? We've got plenty of time, so let's go around another orbit. I'm not quite sure where Fraps actually quit, but that would be because it filled up my hard drive again. For each hour of video, I think it takes up 40 gig, 40, 50 gig, something like that. It's terrible. There's no compression whatsoever on the video stream from Fraps. So once I've done the video, I piece it back together again using VideoPad and then recompress it. I think it's into MP4, same resolution, but I also drop the frame rate. I only compress for this game and DCS, I compress it to 10 frames per second. Simple reason being you really don't need it any higher. And besides, the game itself, well, you'll see when I come up to docking with the base, you'll see the frame rate plummet. So anyway, but yeah, and a couple of my videos have gone on for considerably longer than an hour. So yeah, chew up hard drive space like there's no tomorrow. And when you've got 2 or 3 videos in the queue, because of the way, let me resume this flight, because of the way the upload works for YouTube, it has a general tendency to hog all my upload bandwidth, which then means I can't use the internet, I can't use Facebook, can't go and surf web pages, can't download anything. Firefox just sits there and spins around waiting for servers to respond, which isn't really helpful. I think half of the issue is because I have a proxy sat between my PC and the internet, so when you're uploading, the file is uploaded, or one chunk of the file is uploaded at network speed to the proxy, and then the proxy, ooh, interesting. Huh. Oh, well, going around to the night side. And the proxy then takes that chunk, splits it into smaller chunks for transmitting over my DSL connection, and then fires it out as fast as it can go. I think that's part of the issue. Which is good, because it means the uploads themselves complete faster. The downside is I can't do anything else on the internet while it's doing it. Yeah, well. Let's do a little bit of time warp. I swear to God, by the time I finish this station, everyone will be singing the time warp tune on their videos. Or at least I'm going to do my damn best to get you all to do it. So I'm going to activate the RCS and go linear. these thrusters aren't brilliant, and they look like they're doing bugger all to me, which could be interesting. It looks like at least I left the lights on the station. The lights are on, and I can't remember how many Kerbals I put up there. Somewhere close to 10, I think. I didn't completely max out the habitat modules. Right, well, let's put our trajectory on track, so we're going to flip over now. The RCS on the rover is really only designed for docking, just so it's able to do linear movements when it's coming into dock. Let's get this out of the way for the moment. Yeah, as you can see, it's fluctuating between 2 and 4 frames per second right now, which is not a good thing. Oh, no, nope. That's rotation. Right, let's slow us down, because we're coming in way too hot here. There we go. So now we spin around again. Right, now where's the bit that we actually want to dock to? I think it's on the other side. Which is about right, isn't it? So first of all, let's kill this sideways movement a bit. And thrust forward a touch. Well, at least it gives you a nice tour around, see what I've built. Mental note, don't destroy the solar panels this time. Yeah, when I was getting rid of the old habitat module, I had to EVA the Kerbals. Yeah, one of the Kerbals went completely psycho and shot off in completely the wrong direction and flew straight through the solar panels. It was a huge mess, and I was not impressed. Unfortunately, the game also auto-saved shortly after it, before I could stop it. So I had to fetch up another solar module as well. which I wasn't impressed by. Now I've come to the side, I've just realised where that dock is that I actually want to use. Oh, I'm just in the wrong direction here. So, we now need to halt our progress towards the station. Like that. That's close enough to be staying there. At this point we're down to a stable 3 frames per second. Now it's that piece that I was going to dock this to. Unfortunately I forgot to put the worker bee there. Fine by me, I'll just go and move the worker bee. Come on Bob, sort your camera out. There we go. Here we have all the Kerbals. On dock. Should be a relatively simple docking manoeuvre. And yes, I know I haven't fetched any additional lighting up with me. That'll be next though. It's relatively simple to do it. Oh, that was a bit too much. Just turn fine controls on. Three frames per second. Whoops, a daisy. That should be enough. If not, we're going to break something. And there we go. So let's switch back to the rover. So now we're going to be docking to there, and we want the view from here, please. which by the looks of it we already actually have. Now let's correct the rotation. Something close to that looks good. So, let's go and dock this thing and try not to destroy a solar panel. Where are the lights on this thing? I might rotate it round. Lights are that way. So yeah, I'll point it backwards. That way it lights the station up. Now, I also hope that because of the heights involved, I don't foul on the module. And again, ducking in the dark. Should correct our rotation a touch. Shouldn't be too far off with that. I should also point out that my station is stocked with Kerbals from the very courageous and very stupid category, except for Jebediah, who got reincarnated again and sent up. Almost forgot me coffee, which would never do. That would be very bad. Now fluctuating between 2 and 4 frames per second. Don't be too far off, so we turn SAS off and let the magnetics take over. Hey, presto! And there we go. We have the rover docked. So, we have, on this station, we have Dude Freed, Melville, Bob, Jebediah, Bill, Juvsa, 3, 6. Could have sworn I loaded more than that. Can I? How do I find out who's in here? Bob's in there. Jebediah's in there. Bill's in there. Jeff's in there. Huh. Nobody's in there? Well, that's weird. And nobody's in there. Could have sworn I filled both up. Huh. I'm almost positive I've lost some Kerbal somewhere. Anyway, we need to disable these engines, otherwise there's going to be issues. And we also need to find the partially empty tank. Oh, that's the full one. That's the one. There we go, and is it this one for the RCS? No. That one, nope. That one. Yeah, I need to fetch up a ruckload of RCS fuel. What the? Oh god, I can't do it from that way, can I? Bugger. Refuel. And disable the tank so that we don't draw from it while operating the station. You can just see this one there. But there we go. That's where my station is up to. So, need to fetch up some more lighting because obviously we're on the dark side now and it's not brilliantly visible. So, fetch up some more lighting. Not quite sure how I'm going to build that, but I'll think of something. Should be able to bring it up in one go. Then we need to fuel it. We've got plenty of power, plenty of oxidizer from bringing up using the turbofans has used the liquid fuel and not the oxidizer. And then we need to bring up a load of monopropellant. And then, I'll say it again, and then we're going to try and go and visit the moon with the station. That should be fun. So, until next time, I'm CW Crash Hard.